Good morning. I'm Chris from the Great Brick Lab, and today we're doing a live on August 11th at 6 a.m. in the morning. Right now, I am just kind of warming up and getting started with my day. And I'm going to print. Let me get to a screen here that I can share with you guys. Good morning, Daddy-O's Bricks. Thanks for being here. All right, so let's see. I need to print the sorter sheets because we're starting to ramp up. I think I can. I'm going to show you a sheet that I made. Can't remember if it was in documents or in sheets. I think it might have been documents. I think it's called sorting tips. Oh, what was it called? I made a sheet a while back to help people. I do have sorting agreement. That's still in here. I certainly can show you guys the sorting agreement and show you Daddy-O Bricks, the sorting agreement that I've created. This is the sorting agreement that we have. Anybody who starts sorting with us, we have this agreement. I have had issues not clearly being understood that we don't want people smoking around the Lego when they're sorting it. And we've had Lego come back to us that has smelled like smoke. That's the whole point. But what I'm looking for right now is there's a sorting tips sheet that I ran out of. I'm not seeing it in here. It's been a while since I've had to use that. I'm wondering if I have it connected to my other Google profile. Let's look in there. Maybe I put it in there. Pretty average day going on here. Had a couple of really fun previous months in sales. Right now, I gotta be honest, my goal is to slow things down and make things a little bit calmer around here. Sorting tips. Wow, created a lot of documents. I created a lot. Oh, there's the sorting agreement again in my other profile. So it might be, I didn't see it in here. I've lost it. I wonder if it's worth continuing to look for it or should we recreate it? I'm not sure how much time I should spend looking for this or if I should just recreate it then. Because I've got one of them left. I wonder if it was a sheet. I feel like I'm using up time to look for something I'm not going to find. Okay, so there's the pre-sort sheet. I got one more thing I'm going to look at, and then maybe I'm going to recreate it on my own. I'll show you what's in the sorting tips. What they are, what the sorting tips are. There is so many documents that this business has created over the last 8 years, and I am not finding it. Let's move on. Yeah, I think I'm just going to scan it and make it into a PDF. And so that's what we're going to do. Okay. Let me go get the tips and I'll be right back. Where'd that sorting tips page little sheet go? What garbage is it in? Okay, so my faithful team decided we didn't need it. All right, so this is the sorting tips. 5 tips to being a successful Lego sorter. Work every day, even if only for 30 minutes, or even better, for an hour plus. Listen to the radio or an audiobook or a podcast while you work. Use a take apart tool, save your fingernails. Keep your workstation set up, that way you can start right away. Take 30-second breaks every 15 minutes. Flex your fingers in and out 3 times. Remember, you are in control of how fast you earn. So there's the sorting tips. So the goal is to take this. It's even got a perfect cat sticker on it. Yay. So I got to take this and make this into a, let's use AI to do this. Let's see what we can do with artificial intelligence. So we're going to open up a new ChatGPT window. I'm going to get rid of everything else. All right. So ChatGPT, let's see what we come up with. All right, share my desktop. Add. I need a camera. All right. Okay, so camera. Minimize that. Add photos from files. Add pictures. Didn't I just take a picture? Or, oh, wait, I bet you it's down here. There it is. Okay, so we've got a picture. All right. Make this tips and tricks to success for Lego sorting into a PDF page with let's see, maybe 5 with repeating 5 times per. I wonder if you'll understand that. See what it does. So I use AI for just about anything I can. I don't want to, there's no reason for me to put all the work in creating this. What's the difference between me creating it and the AI creating it? Let's see what the PDF looks like. Sometimes I get absolute not so garbage. Okay, so pretty much exactly the right thing. So now that it's done that, and it did it 5 times and it looked like it got it all right. Work every day, even if only for 30 minutes, or even better for an hour plus. Listen to the radio, book or podcast, use take apart tool, keep your work. Okay, perfect. So I got it right. Now, since I saved an incredible amount of time using AI to basically OCR this into something, update the PDF so that I can, so that there is a cut line between each section and include the GBL cat mascot on the in each section. Now we're getting a little bit more complicated. So I have my PDF that I can use if I wanted to be simple with it and just kind of get to the point, but now I'm kind of customizing it. It says it cut lines between each one. Okay, nice. See what we get. And that is not the GBL cat logo, but the cut line is perfect. It doesn't understand what the cat logo is. All right, so now let's see how smart it is. Okay, search in my old, or search in my chat history for the search in my chat history. I don't understand that. Search in my chat history for the GBL cat and update the PDF with that cat. I like how it basically can. Okay, what does it say? I found the note about the past chats. Your GBL cat mascot is from your great emblem, transparent background, off-white approved banner. No, not really so much. Let's go to the library. It's this cat right here. So let's download that to this computer. And then let's, how do I get back to my chat? Go backwards maybe? Okay. So now I need to upload this. Upload downloads. Okay, this is the cat. Okay, here is the cat to use. Update the PDF. So each section has this cat with perfect emboss under. Now I'm getting a little too crazy under the cap. That's going to be a little bit more. I think can handle it all, but yeah, it's moving on something. We have an official GBL cat mascot. It just kind of happened. It didn't really plan for this one. And I don't know if people are going to like it or not, but they're probably going to see this in the business card at some point in time. Oh, it's already done. File is too large. What does that mean? Starting download. File is too large. Kind of crazy stuff like that. I don't understand. Remake the PDF again. The file was too large. I don't know what that's all about. Why a cat? I don't know. I hope I get that question a lot, Daddy-O. I really hope I get that question a lot because I don't know. All right, there, I got one to download. Yay. I don't like the way it stretched out the cat, though. Let's zoom in on that. I don't know. Let's print this. Yeah, see, I think that this space here could be filled in more. Let's do one more change, and this is a great copy here. Okay, update the PDF so that each section is each section fills in the space more. Be sure to keep the count to 5x per sheet and add stars to each section that where each section is different. Yeah. How have you, now you have the time to formulate a crazy answer or story. I don't even know you know how I think, man. You know, I think there's going to be a crazy story. But yeah, I like the cat because of things like this. Let me go duplicate this tab. So if I go to my library, I've been doing other things with the cat. The cat, kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know why, but I like Grumpy Cat. I was working on the paid pending logo here, and you can see it was like cutting off the edges, which I don't understand why it was doing that. And then finally, I think I got to one that I could use. But I like Grumpy Cat, I like Happy Cat, a Christmas Cat, Halloween Cat. I like the ideas of that stuff. But I'm not really super aggressive with the. Okay, so it did randomly put stars in there, very randomly. It did make the text a little bit bigger. I think I'm done. I'm going to control print this and see what it looks like. I think I could continue to spend hours with this, just having fun, just letting it recreate. And then eventually you start getting hallucinations and the stuff doesn't even work. But let me see if this is worth printing or worth using after it's printed. Nate the Great, the Brick Slayer. Any news about your robot sorting thing? I can share news, but it's not necessarily like great news because I've been asking questions to the people in the Discord and trying to feel things out. I tried to contact a guy in Seattle that had a very interesting machine. No contact from that individual yet. I'm still kind of hoping for that. So the Lego sorting thing is still an objective. However, there's like zero progress here. So what I've been doing instead is I'm hiring more people, more human labor in the gap between here and the robot. I think the robot is actually going to be a 3-year journey. I think I'm going to have a couple of failed versions of this robot. I'd be surprised if the first thing that comes in here, whether we buy one or we build one or we have somebody come and help us make one, I think it's going to be that. So another one of my objectives with the members only channel is to interview people who are doing robots and then kind of have like a little series on the members only channel. But I'm having trouble with the members only channel because I don't feel like YouTube's a very good partner for doing stuff like that for content. And even though they're a content, that's all they do is content. I feel like for people who are trying to make money, I feel like they don't really like us. Because their way they do things with AdSense is so convoluted, and at least my end of things. Okay, so this was good. This turned out well. Now I have a PDF. I should probably put that PDF somewhere in the documents folder. Let's do that. So let me go save this PDF. So if later on down the road, it's there when we need it. I got to go put it in the drive. Let's see, Google Drive. Because even though I've created this, the team that works for us, I mean, how are they going to know? I think I might have actually thought of where that file might be. Even I've lost it now. I wonder if it's there. So public shared. No, I don't see it here. Lego sorting. Okay, so we're gonna what are we gonna do? Can I just drag and drop there? So yeah, I don't think that's the best answer. That's the answer I have for the Lego sorting thing, Nate. So I don't know. I wish I had a better answer, more progress. And to be honest, actually, if I did have a better answer and more progress, it would be for the members only. If I actually had something to show, I won't show it on these lives. I won't show any robot things that we do on this live. You probably see it in the background if we actually ever get anything built. Sorry, I'm rambling on now. Let me go to my downloads and copy that thing over there because I don't want to lose track. Okay, so here's all the old versions. Delete, delete, delete. Then the current version. I can just drag it. Yes. All right. So now Lego sorting tips with GBO Cat Fuller, whatever that Fuller is. Okay, so that's preserved. I'm going to print a couple more additions of that, or I'm going to print a few more. I'm going to print like 5 pages of that and just get them all cut, and then there'll be enough for a little while. Okay, that's printing. So I don't really have anything huge. I'm going to be working on today. So if you have questions or want to see anything specific while I'm doing live, you're welcome to ask. So I'm going to get these things cut up. Our staff for the summer is starting to dwindle. I think we have one extra staff picker. We have a new person starting today. They're going to be filling drawers. I can show you where they're at with the down the row here. So yeah. So we finished filling in this area here. Right now, the relabel, where are they at? Okay, so they got this one and this one, and all of this is empty. So I told them to start filling this. Some of them are still relabeling. So I've printed the labels for this wall here, and I've not printed anything for this. So we've got, these cabinets that need to be relabeled, and then these two columns here, except for that bottom one, that need to be relabeled, and then create all the labels for this. Our goal is to fill drawers up to the last 2 columns. So the last 2 columns remain empty, and everybody's now, once everything's relabeled, all of the goals are going to be to fill those drawers. Once they get to the last 2 columns that are still empty, we're going to start our inventory. We're going to come right back to the beginning, and we're going to resume inventory and making empty. So while we do an inventory, check drawers for accuracy, and then consolidate down to cabinets and make as many empty cabinets or empty drawers as possible. And every time we do that, we always end up finding a ton of lost inventory. It's just, I don't know. I take it as acceptable losses because even though it's lost inventory and it could not be or we couldn't sell it when it was lost, it does not necessarily mean that it lost its value unless for some reason it had an inflated value and it came down after a period of time. But we don't operate on a business model trying to capture temporary inflated values of materials. That's not actually our goal. Our goal is not to say buy a bunch of this thing because it's popular today, it won't be tomorrow. Yeah, no problem. You're welcome for the update. Okay, so these go into a folder over here because okay, cool. So that goes there. Because these are the sorting categories, and I think maybe, what is this? Don't need this. I might even, go and print some more pages of the sorting document itself. Because the Great Sort Lab, which is a new company that we'll be starting, is going to do all the hiring and work. 20K Tesla robot sorting Lego. Yeah, if that thing actually is 20K, that's actually a great value. I wouldn't just stop at one robot for 20K, and I wouldn't just do it Lego sorting. So yeah, in regards to the YouTube thing, I do it because I like doing it. And when YouTube makes it difficult, it takes away the fun. And then I kind of don't want to do it. One thing I will say is if you were a subscribing member of the channel and they said that they aren't charging members because of my issues in not getting AdSense fixed. And I'm like, okay, so be it. Because there's been this thing on there that says, you know, earn on YouTube. And it's like, here's what you're going to get paid. I've never gotten paid anything because AdSense hasn't been set up correctly. And then when you go in to fix AdSense, it's like, click here for your PIN. Here's help on how to do your PIN. Sync up your card. And then it is endless loop of nothing, really. Endless loop of help pages. And if you click here, you'll get help. If you click here, and then it's all of a sudden you get to another page. It's like, you can't do this because your thing isn't set up. Click here to get set up and you start all over again. So very frustrating. And I feel like they're not trying to help me. They actually want to make it hard and difficult, at least that's my perspective. So I let it go. And gratefully, the people who are members are not going to get charged anymore. Oh yeah, I'm going to pin the sorting page. So sorting page, I'll put it up on the screen here in a moment. I thought the sorting page was in public shared. Oh, here it is right there. I see it. Okay, so this is the sorting page that I created a while back, a long time ago. And I've seen no reason to change it. It says category 19, but officially, if you count these two extra ones, that makes it 20. And then there's another additional one there. So there's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, because some of them are cat 3 and 3A. So there's actually like 25 categories, but even, okay, so now print this page. So then we'll have extra copies of this. And okay, failed to load the document. Oh, good. Let's try again, and it works. I think maybe 10 copies would be enough. I have enough paper in there. In regards to the Tesla robot, there is actually a lot more options than just Tesla that I would be fine with if anybody would actually put up a product for sale. I sent that to the printer. Why is the printer not doing anything? Oh, no, it is. Yeah, there's actually quite a few humanoid robots. And there's quite a few regular robots that would work fine. Part of my challenge right now in regards to sorting is what step in the process would we get a value out of a robot? So, you know, because sometimes maybe we put in a tool like a robot and it actually becomes more of a cost up and doesn't help with the efficiency of the store at all. Because it can't take apart the Lego. So sort one is still going to be a human, always going to be a human. Then there's kind of a sort two, which would be taking what sort one did and then giving it to a cataloger. Now you could go straight from sort one straight to drawers. And I think for some of these categories, from sort one straight to drawers makes a lot of sense. But for like things that are pretty common, which is probably about 10 of the categories, it makes no sense to do that. 0 cents. So that means that maybe somebody's doing something to kind of collect together those different sorted categories. And then making bulk quantities of certain areas. So, but then maybe a robot could do collection of drawers and bring them to a picker who's now just become a quality check individual who does the packing. So where does the robot fit? I don't know. So let's get this coffee cup cleaned up and then do some part cataloging. All right. I think I'll do some part cataloging and then probably put another 10 to 15 minutes on this stream and then put it to an end. Was there still 2 tubs over there or did they move those? Yep, they're still over here. Let's grab something from one of these tubs here. This is fun. Two parts there. This might be enough to keep me busy for 15 minutes. All right, so sorry for being off screen there. I thought I went to live POV for we got a Joker, we got a Flash, we got the keychain only. Oh, I might take that one. This guy, no arms. You're a very sad little Lego guy. What is this? Is this the real deal? It says Lego on it. What is? Wow. I got to say, if this was my keychain, yeah, that wouldn't work for me. Spider-Man, Ninja Turtle, still has a tag on him. There's no rings and a wizard. So those guys are going into something. I think I will take this one. That's trash. These guys here, gonna be no ring, no. Then you're gonna be mine. And then all of these little fabulous things that got to go into. I need some empty drawers, maybe 2. There's some. Okay, so gear is not something that works all that well with Brickignise. So what we need to do is manually search for these. All right, so let's go ahead and, no, I don't need another new file. I need a new part. This is Michelangelo. We're gonna go to gear. MICHE and found him. Okay, so Michelangelo. So he looks new, but because he was found in a bulk lot, we're gonna count him as used. And then what we're gonna do, he is gonna be not applicable, and then we're gonna do duplicate on this one, and then we're gonna double click here, and then we're gonna do the Joker. This is the Joker here with the tassels or whatever that kind of tails. All right, so Spider-Man. So duplicate. Spider. Spider came out with kind of more than I expected. All right, so I'm guessing there's gonna be multiple versions of Spider-Man. Blue legs. This one here has got printed arms, red boots. So we just got the regular old blue legs one. Flash. This guy's, isn't he Flash? Okay, here we go. No, not an LED version. All right. And then I think that's Wizard. Yeah, it sure is. Okay, so he's got the printed legs. I think that might be a plain torso. Yeah, this guy doesn't have a plain torso. Okay, that was easy to do. All right, is this going to be Liberty, Statue of Liberty? Liberty. Wow. Okay. So that's done. Okay, I don't even know who this guy is. So let's do a recognize on him. Maybe we can get a name. Okay, so he's Club Max. Okay. Lego Club Max. And there he is. All right, so we got to make a note on him. Just big, no key ring, no chain. And then this one, is this one Cole? And this one's called Cole. Should probably really one day get these things studied and understood. Okay, this is Cole. So if we duplicate this one, we search for Mr. Cole. I can just imagine there's a lot of versions of this guy. Okay, so we're gonna start with that one. Yeah, so it's this one. And then, yep, got the comment on him. Okay, cool. All right, now next we've got all of these bits. So, yep, you guys, the way you know what I'm doing is be looking right there underneath the camera. So what did we got here? So now not minifigure. This is going to be, okay, so there's two versions or two parts like this. This one's got the really big hole right there. And then I have the other one too. So we're going to add that one to this one. And then that one to the one below next to it. And then we got to scan those drawer locations. Let's fill all this in. Okay. Now we got a piece from, what is this? Angry Birds. Okay. More Angry Birds bits. Oh man, they're all like, so these are ones that all kind of need to go in different locations, all the different sizes. I wouldn't want to confuse, I wouldn't want to cause a potential misstep on shipping. So we're gonna add one there. So that's two in this location. And then we're gonna add this one here. That one goes to the other location. Then this third one, I don't have a third location yet, so we're gonna come back to that. I've got 3 of the standard size nets. So we've got 1, 2, 3. And then we got 2 of this piece, whatever this is, by Dragon or something. Oh my gosh, Brick guys, you're amazing. Can't believe it. Nails it. We got 2 sail parts. Those are going to go on the other one. We can put this in there. I don't, yeah, these are not trans. What is this? Okay, that's going to not be trans clear. It's going to, why is, well, and why does it say quantity 4? It should be 2 here, 1 there. Is my quantity count? Oh, yeah, my quantity count went to 2. All right, so I've been doubling everything here. No, it started doubling it right here. So 1, 3. That, how did that happen? All right, so is this truly marked as trans clear? What is the official Lego color on Bricklink? Yeah, so somebody's been cataloging it as trans clear, and some people are selling it as not applicable. Which one sells better? Yeah, I think not applicable is the correct one to use. So how do we fix this? That's interesting. It said this known colors is only showing up. So if we go to all, and if we do non-applicable, yeah, that's interesting that it results like that. I like that better because then the image is there. Okay, all of these are here. I feel like this one, a couple more pieces, and then it's full. Again, with the trans clear thing. So there we go. Almost done with this cabinet. Oh, look, here is a, what it is? It's a tassel or something. Yeah, there we go, yellow. Ribbon, cloth ribbon. Not really cloth. I think it's more of a satin fabric, but what do I know? I'm gonna put this last one in there, and then we're gonna go to the other cabinet or the drawer. All right, so with this drawer is done. Recognize such a game changer. I think there's room for a robot to do this work, and I think it could do it pretty precisely, as a matter of fact. So these are actually not in very good shape, these plastic sails. And there truly is 2 of them, and they just fit. All right, so playware. All right, then we've got a large net. And it didn't find the large net. Let's go to all categories. Black, no, net. All right, so is there large net in here? Yeah, there it is. 8 by 16. That's exactly what this is. What did this come with? Oh, it came with softer satin. And then I've already got one of those sailcloths in there. Okay, so this is it. So a little bit of cataloging, a little bit of other things. Thank you for participating in today's live. I'm Chris from Great Brick Lab. And that's it. I guess I'm signing out. So everybody have a great day.